Hello everyone, it's Chantel from Crochantel, and welcome to this tutorial where I will be showing you how to crochet a mini amigurumi star. If you would like the PDF version of this pattern, please check out the description for more details, and let me know if you'd like to see any more mini versions of solar system pieces like this one. So the materials that you'll need include a 5mm crochet hook, a darning needle, a stitch marker, as well as some scissors, some super bulky yellow yarn, 12mm safety eyes, and optionally some polyfill stuffing. And please pause to read the terminology and abbreviations you will need to know for this tutorial. So to start, you're going to take your yellow yarn and create a magic ring. I personally like to close off my magic rings before working single crochets into them, as I find this helps prevent the yarn from snapping when closing the ring. And then for row 1, we're just going to work 5 single crochets into the magic ring, for a total of 5 stitches by the end of the row. And then getting started on row 2, we are just going to work 5 increases around, so by the end of the row you should have a total of 10 stitches. And now moving on to our last row of increasing, we are going to increase to 15 stitches around. So to do that, you're going to do a single crochet and then an increase for a total of 5 times. And this is what your work should look like. And then for row 4, we are going to work in the back loop only. And then for this row, we're going to do a single crochet and then a decrease for a total of 5 times around in the back loops only. So by the end of the row, you should have a total of 10 stitches. And this is what your work should look like so far. As you can tell, we're making the center portion of the star. And now that we're done that, we're just going to insert these safety eyes between rows 2 and 3 of the star. And then just make sure to secure the backings. And then also take the time to stuff your star if you'd like to. I personally chose not to, but it's ultimately up to your preference. And then once we've finished that, we're going to get started on the last row. Then for this row, we're just going to work 5 decreases around, so by the end of the row, you should have a total of 5 stitches. And once you've completed that, just slip stitch into the next stitch to fasten off, and cut a short tail to sew the opening closed. So here I am just taking my darning needle now and then weaving through the front loops only of the remaining 5 stitches. I'm going to weave my yarn around. Then once I've gone around all 5 stitches, just pull on the tail to close the opening and tie a knot to secure and weave in your ends. And this is what it should look like so far. And now we're going to get started on the points of the star. So to do that, you're going to take your crochet hook and insert it into one of the front loops only of row 3. As you can see, just attaching the yarn and then doing a simple chain. This will count as a slip stitch. And then in the same stitch, you're going to do a single crochet. In the next stitch, you are going to do a double crochet, then chain 2. And then in that same stitch, you are going to do another double crochet. And then in the next stitch, you are going to do a single crochet and then a slip stitch in that same stitch. And then you are just going to repeat doing a slip stitch and a single crochet in the same stitch, a double crochet, chaining 2 and another double crochet in the same stitch, and then a single crochet and a slip stitch in the same stitch. Doing that for a total of 5 times around for the 5 points of the star. And then once you have completed your last slip stitch, just going to cut a short tail and then weave in your ends. And this is what it should look like. There should be 5 clearly distinguished points on the star. And I like to weave in the ends into the center of the amigurumi piece because I find it's easiest to hide the yarn tails there. And this is what it should look like once the yarn tails have been woven in. This is such a super easy and simple design that you can work up very quickly. Mine worked up in about 15 minutes or a bit less than that. If you have any questions regarding the pattern, please leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to help you out. And just a reminder that you can get the PDF version of this pattern on my Etsy, and you can also get it on my Patreon if you subscribe for this month of December 2024. But please check out the description for more details on where to find the PDF versions of the pattern. And if you have any requests on other solar system based mini patterns, please let me know. I love making star patterns. I've made 2 other ones, and I'd be happy to make a tutorial for you guys. Once again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing and giving this video a like, and I'll see you in the next one.